What's up, peoples? I'm at pickmonkey.com because I don't have I don't have Illustrator or Photoshop on this computer. It's too old, but hmm, it is what it is. So I'm working on the tapestry of pain. I might have to find a better name for that artwork. At least the project is called the tapestry of pain, but the art. I guess I have to figure out a name for the artwork itself. But the project is called the Tapestry of Pain because that is the name of the whole art show that I want to put together for September, hopefully at the SCDAA convention in Baltimore. But yeah, as I'm working on sickle cell artwork, I need to balance it up with uh, artwork that is more uplifting, more happy, because then the depression, feeling depressed gets to me, and I start tweeting about a lot of things that are on my mind, and I don't give a, and I don't care, what I say sometimes, because I get discouraged and I get frustrated because everything is a difficult step, but I gotta keep going and I gotta keep working, even if everything seems insurmountable. You just have to keep fighting. So I'm just gonna continue to do the work. I woke up this morning. I just woke up actually. It's like I didn't wake up. I didn't sleep last night because, man, I was feeling down. I was feeling really down. So let me put together one piece. This photo is from a brother in Nigeria. He's on my Facebook. One of my friends, sickle cell warrior advocate in Ghana. N- Not Nigeria. He's in Ghana. My bad, Nana Kofi Annan. He's in Ghana. He does a lot of advocacy, education. It really works hard in his community to get sickle cell the awareness necessary. Really cool guy, good friend. Um, it's like you put your friends and people, they are real people, flesh and blood, all around the world, you know, and families, send their treasures. And so today, that's today's pictures. This is 2 year old, happy 2 year old Bellamour. Bellamour, Belle is 2 years old. That's her aunt. That's her recent picture sent by her mom. Bellamour, her mom says, is not afraid of anything at 2 years old, fighting fighting sickle cell. So before I was thinking that I would I would cut the photos into jigsaw puzzles, but I feel like, because of the way photos are laid out, and these are precious photos sent by families, and I just I'm going the expensive route of getting them printed on canvas instead. It's always difficult to figure out the layout because it's like a lot of pictures are going in different places when they're surrounded by other photos. So I try to keep photos grouped together. But it's like white space. It's like you need the white spacing and the negative spacing. Everything has to come together in a way that works and flows. So that's just part of the work, part of what I'm doing. Like these two pictures, when they overlay like that, they are connected. So even though you're limited, you only have two photos, you know, you balance it out. I don't know where um I'm pretty sure Bellamore is from US, but that's her recent visit to him hematologist. But yeah, this is the process of putting the photos together. This is one. So I say photos, then I put numbers, so I remember that what part I'm on, where it's gonna fit on the canvas. Huh? Did I press cancel or save? This is what's wrong with this thing. My stuff sometimes doesn't work properly, even if you do a lot of work. Because after a while, you get to a place where, as you work on something that you feel is so important to you, but the tools that you are working with don't cooperate. You see like a blank screen for a long time, and you press save, it doesn't want to save. You do it over and you do it over and you do it over until you get it. Those are the things. After a while, you have to have long patience, because this is something you care about. These are precious photos of people who are fighting sickle cell, and you know when you think about a 2-year old, She has a whole life ahead of her, and already battling the pain of sickle cell disease, already facing the crisis, already, facing the hospital visits and things like that. You have to know that that's what we are dealing with. So I do one each day. When I check my email, I check to see, if I'm getting photos, and I let people know I'm still looking for photos. I still don't know what I'm gonna call the artwork. If I'm gonna change the name from the Tapestry of Pain to what I'm thinking is like the work needs to be like a big mural size. It needs to be bigger than life type of work, and it's like, you're honoring people, you're trying to remember. One of the thing I know about art is that it can last forever if you can find people to care about it. Man, my tummy is bugging because I haven't eaten yet, and it's 5 or 6 p.m. already. I'm just waking up because I had a bad night. It's a good thing, I don't drink alcohol, and I don't take any drugs, and I don't have no vices, because I have a lot of other issues where it's like I'm just dealing with stuff, and it is what it is, and you hope for the best. You hope that you're doing the right thing, but yeah, all of this, it's a slow process and it gets hard, but that's what I'm working on. I'm not cutting up the photos into jigsaw puzzles, because I'm just printing them on canvas. So the work stays, the work stays. June 19th is World Sickle Cell Day. Let me send this to at SCDAA. Sometimes they retweet my stuff. Sometimes. So we do that. As you can see, that's my tweet. And hopefully I get maybe another three tomorrow, another three photos tomorrow. And I do another, another piece of the work. So I've already sent some of them printed. I need to do like six of what I just did to fit one page. So I need to do six of them. I have two of them so far, but I've done already, like 12 of them. So far, that's what's going on. Yeah, I get exhausted. A little bit exhausted. And that's about that. You can see that's one photo. I had another photo I put this was rejected from printing because it had a Miles Davis. There's and there's three other warriors here. One from India got in the newspaper because she passed away, and two warriors currently that sent me their photos. One that was in the hospital and one who's striving. And I just wanted to put another photos of an iconic photo, but trying to print it out from a professional printer that got rejected. I don't know how they spot that I had a celebrity on the thing. I'm not supposed to print that out. It's annoying because it's part of my expression, so I had to change it. I had to send this instead. But yeah, nobody wants to let you know that this man had sickle cell anemia. Miles Davis, big time. You know, I just wanted that to be part, even though nobody's sending it. It's still part of what my work is. I want people to know the face of sickle cell disease and those who have gone before us. This is Ivo Balin Panel, one of a human being that is like one of my closest friends. It's like a big inspiration in my life, huge inspiration in my life, big influence in the sickle cell community. That's him and his son. Ivor passed away a few years ago. It's pretty tough. Pretty tough. One of my patrons on Patreon, I was wondering why she's supporting me, and started with you know it's difficult, and you find out that she was married to a warrior who who passed, and she sent me a lot of photos. It's like a father, man. He has a armload of babies, new baby, older baby. It's just what that happened there. These things always happen because my computer is so messy. So just working on it, putting together photos. This is what's important to me. This is my friend Shirley Renee. She wrote this book. I told her to send me a photo, and she sent me this photo, but it was a tiny photo. So when I put it together, and it's a little blurry, and she's gonna send me another photo. She says, but I had to use the one that she sent me right now. But yeah, I don't like when the photos come out blurry. It's not good. I have to redo these photos because they were small too. These photos were tiny, so when you enlarge them, they lose color, they lose the way they become blurry. You have to try to do something to help them so you can see them, because when they're small, it's hard for them not to be blurry and lose color. So yeah, it's putting all the work together, you know. I try to group the photos together as they come because this is one warrior, but that's her life, and she wants to share her life. We have a lot of beautiful people in this world who are warriors, who are fighting young people, who have a lot of promise in their life, but nobody wants to spend their life, sick in bed, and this is life. That's why we wanna raise awareness about sickle cell disease. That's why we wanna fight. You know, that's why we wanna honor the folks. It's difficult. Beautiful faces of family, children, and and when you think about the pain of sickle cell disease, man, you think about the pain of sickle cell disease. Yeah, when you think about that, and then you know that you lose the people that you love, and I might have to get some of these translated just to make sure I got everything right, but I don't think, it's the newspaper clippings I talked about in the older video and the other video. Sickle cell warriors in India who've passed. Someone wanted them to be remembered and sent me the newspaper clippings, and that's what's happening. They're going to be remembered and honored, and I can't wait to show you guys the final piece of the art, but I've got to work on it. I'll keep it a surprise until the 19th. I probably have a lot of things to say about why I'm doing it the way I'm doing it, but For now, all I can say is this is a difficult process. So all those pieces go together, like a puzzle still, but the artwork is framed in a way that the color in the background, this color, is important to how it meshes with how the photos come together with the full work, because all of these photos, they have to work together to become like the background or the surrounding, the main piece of the work that I'm going to do with oil pastels and paint. So it's more like the mural is to show how global this disease is, and 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 honor those who we love and care about, and and hopefully inspire people to think about what's going on in our community and how we can better the lives of those individuals with sickle cell disease right now, and how science can play a part in eliminating this disease before we lose more of those we love. Because you're looking at a 2-year old, a 6-year old, a 10-year old, and their parents are frantically trying to get ahead of this disease and trying to give their loved ones, their children, the best quality of life that they can possibly have. I'm 43 years old. I'm 43 years old. But this is me in the 19 around 1980, 85. This is me. This is my mother. My mother died in 1988. This is me in a hospital bed in Bridgeport, Connecticut. This photo was taken by a photographer for a biology book. It was a photo for a biology book that's going to be used in science classes. I don't know if it's elementary school or in high schools, but it was a photo that was taken in the 80s for a biology book, and it was a part about sickle cell disease. And you know, so I've been doing sickle cell advocacy since I was that young, and that's why my mom said yes to it, and I think I got my first computer from the money that they gave. I think it was $100 gift certificate at the time. We went to Radio Shack and we got a little Tandy TRS 80, and I was using it to do to do little programming, trying to learn basic stuff like that. But I'm not immune. I'm part of this community. My mom is gone. I saw how she died. I was in a car. I just want to give a different life, a different path, because I see myself in the same families. You see families together, and you see a human being who's dealing with the same pain, you know the same pain you are dealing with. And you see families and people who strive. They are creative folks, and they are warm loving people, S- You know, these are human beings. These are human beings who strive, who fight, who want to live pain free. So if I get frustrated and I tweet and I curse and I rant and I sound like a crazy person, it's because maybe I am. Maybe I've lost a lot of. Maybe I've lost faith because of. To me, these are more than just newspaper clippings. These are lives as well, you know. These are people. Last night, Muhammad Ali died. That's what I found out anyway. You know, yesterday. They say the greatest is gone, and that greatness never dies. You know, it's a life, and he was loved and had family. You think about all those folks. There are greatness in them. They do things in this life. They contribute to this world, and that's the humanity of this world. I know. I wanna inspire this community to wake up and use science and not fear it, because we have folks who are spreading lies and propaganda to benefit. You know, we are afraid of GMOs because somebody told us the science is poisoning us, and they out to get us. White folks are out to get us. And if I'm listening to the minister Farrakhan, and we are poisoning the ears of our community with propaganda and hate and speech. It's the wrong path of education. It's the wrong path of curing a disease, because we can't live in fear. I've known there's a lot of wrongs that have been done to this community, like the Tuskegee experiments of syphilis going uncured. That was a mean, mean, mean thing for the government, to do to a group of people. But now, science, we have to hold science responsible and be ethical. We have to realize that we can use science either to nuke ourselves into doom, because science can be used for a lot of evil, or we can use it to cure diseases that are causing pain and suffering amongst people we love and value. Lives, children that have bright futures promise. That's why I want to put this artwork together. That's why I want to create my work. That's why I want to wake up in the morning, even if it's 6 p.m. at night, just put one more piece together. So send your photos to nazir@gmail.com. I'm an artist, a painter. I live with sickle cell disease, sickle cell anemia, SS. I'm a warrior, and I'm fighting just like everyone else to make a difference.